will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give on the option. Shakes off the defender. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting run.
Makes the grab and room to run. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The keeper on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, this is an offense that prides themselves on running the football, and they do it a lot of different ways. Here we are in the 1st quarter. You're already seeing the option. And this is a quarterback who is so dangerous. When the defense allows him to keep the football, the defense has got to be sound with their assignments for the rest of this game.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their 1st drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this has been a really good 1st drive, man. You talk about scripting the 1st however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided,
touchdown, Washington! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. completions. Now here's Michael Hawkins. Dumps it off in the flats. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing. And it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Hawkins throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Pulls and fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Huskies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Got it. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Williams. Here's the pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Throwing, Hawkins. Bringing the heat at the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, they're after him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Hawkins from the gun on third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Again, it's Hawkins. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Hawkins escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Leopards! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Keeps it on first down. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pressure coming. Got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Williams. Trying to find the end zone. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Williams will pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Leopards, ready to put something together on this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
They'll send the back in motion. Hawkins. It's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And now the Leopards have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Cook. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And now the Leopards are moving quickly down the field. Throwing, Hawkins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Now, I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Now here's Hawkins. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He fields the punt in his own end zone. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the option. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waiting for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
They're working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
And the Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Williams, the sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's open on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that was chaos from the beginning. Quarterback scrambling, he's outside the pocket, and he's just looking for somebody to dump the football off to, and there he is, Johnny on the spot. The running back staying with his QB, being a viable target, making the catch, turning upfield, and getting a big gain on third down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Running inside, it's Cook. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They go play action with Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now the Leopards send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
So now it's 2nd and long. Unloads it left. Got his man. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now Washington uses this 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Williams buys a little time with his feet. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. Upstairs to make the catch. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Here come the Leopards, ready to put something together on this drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Michael Hawkins moving out to the right. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And now the Leopards can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Hawkins. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looks as if he's going to run it. There's a crease. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Leopards! And the comeback is on.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement out front. That made all the difference here on this drive, their ability to run.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Throwing, Williams. Got his man, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful.
Maybe a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get...
Just plowing ahead. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Huskies! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Quarterback moving. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Now here's Michael Hawkins. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And now the Leopards will send out the punt unit. Catch is made at the 15. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here come the Leopards, ready to put something together on this drive. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Strong, firm tackle.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Now here's Hawkins. He's got it on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Here's a heat. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Williams. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Williams looking for a man. Finds his tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Williams to throw. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Husky. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here come the Leopards, ready to put something together on this drive. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Throwing, Hawkins. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. It's on target and complete. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And now the Leopards have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Cook. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And then offense, I think they got a really good clue that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
Michael Hawkins under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And now the Leopards want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. And you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
And now the Leopards with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside. Cook. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On the move. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Williams to the air again. He's moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams completes it in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Williams will pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe.